should be towards right. This will take a moment along center of gravity, take moment of center of gravity in y direction. I mean in x direction. This we call it V1x. Now this one, it will take a moment to produce counterclockwise. This force, to produce counterclockwise, it should be in downward direction. We call it B1y. So now, these two, B1y in downward direction and B1x in left direction will produce a counterclockwise moment. So itong bolt na to, i-resist na yung axial force na F, okay, which is equal to F over 4. Okay, ito F over 4. Kasi 4 lang yung bolt nila. Okay, but this B1x and B1y will produce, okay, will produce a counterclockwise moment. Ginawa lang natin yung moment nito, magiging moment ng B1, ginawa natin, i-explode natin sa component. Okay, punta tayo dito sa B2. Paano magkaroon ng counterclockwise? Therefore, it is towards left. Right. So, this is B2x. Ngayon, to produce also this, a counterclockwise direction, this should be downward. B2y. Same principles applied here. If I will have a moment, if I will have a force applied dito, another one dito, okay. So, to take a moment in counterclockwise, therefore, it is, kasi counterclockwise, it is towards left, it is downward. I mean upward. Okay, this is B3x, this is B4x. Okay, now, this one is also in counterclockwise. Okay, there is another force applied. To produce in counterclockwise direction, this one, B4x, it should be towards right. B4x and B4y. Hindi kita. This should be in counterclockwise, therefore it is upward. This is B4y. Nakuha nyo ba? Okay. Pag nag-sum tayo ng forces, i-balance natin, i-put in equilibrium. Summation of forces vertical, whatever the value of F4 should be balanced by F1, B1, B2, B3, and B4. It should be balanced both by B1, B2, B3, and B4. Balance dapat yan. And when we compute the moment, F is equal to E. F times E will take a moment at the center of gravity. Lahat yan magbabalance din. Yung B, yung moment na gagawin ng B1x multiplied by the distance, B1y multiplied by the distance, B2x multiplied by the distance, B2y, lahat ng moment niyan in counterclockwise should also be equal to F times E. Magbabalance. So, magkakaroon ng equilibrium. Kaya hindi siya gagalaw. Okay. Now, let me take you for 1 volt. So, 1 volt lang. 1 volt muna. Buburahin ko. Okay? Pwede na ba? Hello?
Yes, sir. Okay lang po.
Sige po, sir.
Okay. Now. Okay. I will concentrate on 1 volt. And then we will apply to the same principles. Kukunin ko to. B1x. Okay. Volt 1. Okay. Okay. Sa B1, let us say I have B1. Volt 1. Okay. Sabi natin kanina, this bolt will resist a force F over 4. or B1. We call it B1. Okay? Then to make a moment, may isa pa siyang resisting force. Pababa. Kanina. B1Y. Now, there is a force applied also in counterclockwise. That is to produce counterclockwise moment B1X. Okay. This will produce counterclockwise moment. Yan yun. Now, ang problema natin ito. Ito madali eh. B1, summation of forces vertical, then divided to the number of volts, axial force. Ito ang kailangan nating makuha. Kung ito yung center of gravity kanina, ng bolt, nandito, kinuha ko lang, then it will take, hindi pwedeng mangyari na, we will take a moment, okay? We will produce a moment along X and Y. Okay. Paano tayo makakaproduce? Okay. This is B1X, and there is a distance. We call it Y1. Why is it Y1? Because it is along Y-axis. Then we have B1. Okay, there's a distance, eccentricity. Force times distance, moment. This will produce moment, B1X. B1Y will also produce moment. Then this is what we call X1. Okay. Now this bolt, okay, bolt 1, when we compute this, it is equal to moment B1X. 1X is equal to moment. Okay. Produce, sabi natin, is equal to the force applied, B1X is equal to PE, FE, FE. Okay, multiplied, yung kanina, F times E, whatever the moment na nakuha natin sa FE. Okay, multiplied by Y1, pagka B1, X, Y1 yan. Okay. Divided by the summation of X squared plus Y squared. Anong ibig sabihin ito? Itong XSY mo. Okay. Or we call it, sa ibang libro, they call it D squared. This is equal to D squared. Okay. Yan ang formula mo. Okay, ulitin ko ha. FE, this is moment. Yung F force F times eccentricity E. Okay. Y1, makukuha yan. Y2, X and Y is makukuha yan. Okay. Kung B2X naman, B2Y is equal to the same. FE multiplied by X1. Because Y ka. Ito yan. Ito yan. Kukunin mo yung B1Y, FE multiplied by X1. Okay. Divided by D squared. Ang tanong, ano ito? Okay. Para makuha natin. Okay. Kanina, I have a bolt group. Okay. Bolt 1. Bolt 2. Bolt 3, bolt 4. Okay. May bolt ako dyan. I have my center of gravity. Of course, I have the location. Okay. This is 1. B1, B2, B3, B4. Okay. I have my center of gravity, ha? Now, from the distance of the bolt itself, from the distance of every bolt, along x-axis, there is center of gravity along x and y-axis. Okay. Along x is an horizontal axis. The distance between B1 to the center of gravity is what we call x1. Along x. The distance of B2 along x-axis, B3 is x3. volt 3. Okay. The distance of B2 along x-axis to the center of gravity is x2. The distance of x-axis along center of gravity, volt 4 along center of gravity is x4. That is the distance. Now, the distance from B1 to the center of gravity along y-axis is what we call y1. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Yun. Okay? The distance of B2 along x-axis, along y-axis from the center of gravity is y2. This B3 is y3. And this B4 and y4. Therefore, the summation, okay? Therefore, this squared is equal to the summation, okay, of x1, x2, x3, x4. Okay. Summation of x squared plus the summation of y squared. This will be x1 squared plus x2. Burahin ko. Buburahin ko mamaya. Kuha na lang yung kopya. Pakikuha niyo yung kopya. Okay. Okay na? This x1 is summation of x squared, So x1 squared plus x2 squared plus x3 squared, or this one is x1 squared plus x2 squared plus x3 squared plus x4 squared. Ganyan, ito. Plus y1 squared plus y2 squared plus y3 squared plus y4 squared. That will be the value of B1. Hindi pwedeng mangyari yung x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4, okay? Or x's, lahat ng x's, i-add mo muna tsaka mo squared. No. Dapat i-square mo na agad. x1 squared plus x2 squared plus x3 squared. They have the same, different result. Okay? So, madali lang. Pagkuha ng F1, ng B11, B1x, and B1y. Okay? That would be the value. So, meaning to say, if we will get B1, buburahin ko na to, Burahin ko na. Pwede ko na burahin? Hello? Class?
Yes, sir.
Class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, buburahin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Meaning to say that there is a resisting force of B1y. Ito, magkakaroon siya ng B1. Okay. Talagang B1 siya. B1, okay. Hindi yung B1 dito, Okay, hindi itong B1 dito. B1, hindi itong B1 dito na anong force, okay. Actually, B1, okay, when we call B1, we use Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So B1 is equal to the square root of the summation of along x-axis, B1x squared plus this one. Opposite direction, B1, okay, minus B downward y B2y by2 squared. That would be the value. Makikita nyo, okay, kung anong direction, kung ang tama. Okay, tingnan nyo dito, kung malaki yung B1, kasi sa, ito ang direction niya. Therefore, yung resultant ito. This is what we call the resultant. Okay, this value is equal to in Newton.
Sir, bakit po B2Y?
Newton siya. B1Y. Mali nga ako. Kasi gutom na. Katulad niya, gutom na kayo. Gutom na ako. Okay, B1Y. Okay na. Hello.
Okay na, sir.
Okay na.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ayos na,
So,
sir.
ibig sabihin, okay. Ano solve dito? Force. Force yan, ha? Force. Ngayon, ang bolt stress, okay, is equal to force over diameter, area ng diameter ng bolt. Area of dB. Okay? So, pag kukunin mo yung SB1, stress of B1, is equal to, okay, you have force B1 over the diameter, pi, diameter of bolt of 1 squared over 4. Okay na? Naintindihan ba? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pwede kong burahin.
Yes po, sir.
Pwede kong burahin. Pwede kong burahin lahat. Pwede na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Isisimplify natin. Ha?
Yes, sir. Okay na po. Okay na po.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Simplify natin. Kasi patalon-talon ako sa patalon-talon ako sa blackboard. Okay. Now, we will simplify. Hey. Babalik ko, ha. Yung bolt 1. Bolt 2. Okay. Again. You have the center of gravity. CG. You have x1, x2, x3, x4, x3, 2, x4. Okay, you have y1, y2, y3, y4. Okay. Okay, what is our formula? Formula for necessary formula. Okay. Formula. Okay? Say natin. Ginawa ng ilaw yung ano. Yung isang ilaw na tinamahan. So we have formula. Okay. M is equal to P F the force times E. Okay. B1Y, lagay ko dito. Shall we say this is, hindi kita. Yan, kita ba? Yan. Okay. B1x, okay, B1 is equal to F divided by the number of volt. Axial force. Okay. B1x is equal to M or PE, FE, which is equal to M times X, Y1 divided by D squared. Okay. Yung formula, okay. B2x ay B1y is equal to FE times X1 times D divided by D squared. Okay, this is centrifugal force. Okay, pag sinabi mo centrifugal force, this will produce a moment. So, for moment to. Ito for axial force. Okay, this is for this is centrifugal force. Therefore, one load, another load, biaxial. Okay? Two loads. Okay. Now, D squared is equal to excess. Sa summation ko na x1 squared plus x2 squared plus x3 squared plus xn squared or whatever the value. Xn, isabihin kung ilan yung volt. Ganun din yung x mo. Same with y. Plus y1 squared plus y2 squared plus y3 squared plus yn squared. That. Okay? Now, for B1 load, so you say this is the resultant force. B1. The resultant. Okay.
BR1 na lang kaya, sir.
Resultant.
Para
Actually, kasi dito, actually, ganito. Pag B1 mo, pag may load ka, BX ang tawag dyan sa libro. Sa illustrative problem, medyo palitan natin. Yung B1 mo, ito, BX, kasi, BY. Kasi, dapat Y Dapat kasi yung force mo along x-axis, F. Okay, palitan natin to BY. Dapat, Y. Tapos kung may force ka along x-axis, yung axial force mo, BX. So ito lagi natin, BY or BX. BY or BX. Para hindi ka kasi malito, pag alam may BX ka pa rito. May BX this is axial force. This one is axial force. Okay, BX beyond. Pareha silang sa x-axis. Pareha silang sa x-axis. So, yan. Palitan lang natin, BY or BX. BX or BY. Okay, F. Okay, force divided by number of volt. Tapos ito, gawin natin B1. Okay, so para pagka nagsummation ko ng forces, hindi Okay, so yung summation of forces mo, okay, B1 is equal to, okay, square root of summation of forces along x squared plus summation of forces along y squared. So therefore, it should be, okay, summation of forces along x and along y squared. Pwede niyan. So this will be formula. And the last thing is you have the stress of bolt is equal to, okay, Sabihin natin, stress B1, gagamitin lang natin model natin B1 or stress of fault. Pwede yun. Okay. B1 divided by area diameter of D1. We have an area of the diameter, or we have pi diameter of B1 squared over 4. So this is force over area is stress. This should be in Newton, and millimeter squared, this should be in mega Pascal. Okay na? Class? Hello?
Opo,
FX
sir.
and FY.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay na.
Sa paano ko
So,
Okay po, sir.
Okay. So, madali lang yon. Okay. Pagka may, there is
Yes,
there is a easy way of solving this. Pag nakuha mo lang yung B1, and then you have established the center of gravity of your ball, ibig sabihin, madali na yon. Okay. Now, I will first, pwede ko na bang burahin?
Sir, question.
Yes, sir.
Sige, question.
Sir, question po.
Question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anong question? Question. What is your question? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
yes.
question po.
Okay, sige, question. What is question? Okay na, sige. Hello, sino yung nag-question?
Sir, paano po kunin yung FX tsaka FY?
Hello. FX?
Tsaka FY.
FX along, ito yun. Yung B1, yung Fy mo, yung summation of F squared, ito yun. Fy, this is equal to, sa B1 natin, ito yun eh. Summation of forces, ito. Ito lang Fx mo. Forces along x-axis. And then forces along y-axis. Kung kanina natin kasi dito, pababa pala ito. Okay? Summation of forces along x and y.
Yung
So,
FX
lalabas dito
tsaka
kung
BX,
B1,
B1X, sir, same lang?
Yes. Yung ibig sabihin ng fx mo, forces along x-axis. Ito along x. So, lalabas dyan,
Okay.
B1x squared. Kasi
Nagulo-
wala siyang bx.
Naguluhan lang sa variable, sir, na ginamit. Naguluhan lang sa variable na ginamit.
Okay. So,
Thank you
ito
po.
lang. Ito, yung by minus
Sir, hindi nakita, sir. Hindi kita.
hindi nakita. Okay, sige.
Yes, sir. Di na po kita. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Di nakita pa. Okay. So, teka muna. Para isingit natin. Okay, ito, this one is equal to B1x squared plus B1y minus bx. Magka-opposite silang direction eh. By, upward, positive. Kahit magka-opposite silang direction, okay lang to. Kasi i-squared mo naman eh. Positive lalabas. Kahit negative nakalabas doon sa baba, positive pa rin kasi i-squared mo siya. Diba? So, I will give illustrative problem on, meron ba tayo mamaya? Subject? Synchronous. We have
Meron, sir.
May synchronous
Alas
tayo,
6.
diba?
Meron, sir.
Alas 6.
Laboratory
Okay.
ng steel, sir.
Meron, sir.
Laboratory ng steel. Kasi katulad ngayon, I have wasted the time for almost 35 or 40 minutes. So, pakukuha ko siya mamaya. So, mamaya, I will give illustrative problem showing a figure, and then we will get a what we call a forces along forces of every volt, stresses of every volt. Okay. Illustrative problem magandang ibibigay ko. Pagdating natin mamaya, I will give you the illustrative problem agad in drawing, and then we will compute both stresses. And we will define, we will evaluate which bolt carry the heaviest load. Is it the nearest or the farthest bolt from the force? Okay. Yun ang titignan natin, which is critical. Okay. In bolt connection, okay, I will only focus at these two illustrative problems sa bolted connection. Okay. So, one is yung mayroon siyang force along X, and then yung isa, the forces along Y and X. Kasi yung kanina example natin, along Y yun eh. Y lang ang axial force niya. Wala pa siyang X. So, ito lang lumabas kanina. So, BY, X lang. Wala yung BY. BX. Yung forces along X axis. So, okay. Mamaya, I will give you illustrative problem. And then you, madali lang to. Okay? Hindi mahirap. Masyadong dami lang solutions. Pero mukhang marami. Maraming susulat pero madali lang ang solutions. And I learned that your exams will start on September 3. September 3 ba? Hello.
Yes, sir.
On Thursday, on Thursday, you have your examinations. So, na-prepare ko na exam nyo. Ang covered muna is, ano lang, single shear lang. Okay? And then sa foundation, ang cover is isolated footing lang. Okay? So, square footing yung either is it square or rectangular footing. And then sa hydrology. So, you will have examinations with 1 hour and a half exams lang ang bibigay ko sa inyo. You have to finish all the design. You have to finish the exams in synchronous time. You will have to finish the design in the exam in 1 hour and 20 minutes. After that, yung 10 minutes nyo, i-turn in nyo na yun. Okay. And sa hydrology naman, 1 hour lang. Kasi sariling words yun lang yun eh. Parang essay type. But in examinations, the exam will start exactly at the given time. Okay? Exact time, yung real time natin. Okay? So, synchronous yun. So, mag-exam kayo. Okay? And ang gusto ko kasing is during your examinations, naka-open sana lahat. So, kung may questions dun sa exam, so, total 1 hour and a half lang naman, 1 hour and 20, so pwede kayong magtanong in real time kung may question dun sa examinations. Okay ba? Pwede?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Okay po.
Okay, so, okay, mas malinaw na ba ngayon kasi nung nakaraan? Mas malinaw
Yes,
na?
sir. Okay na po, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige, good day. Mag-lunch muna kayo, then I will meet you 6 p.m. today. Yung exam natin, 2 problem, pero sigurado ako mas mabilis na. It will not take 1 hour. Okay? So we will start 6 p.m. onwards. Pagka medyo delay, papakita ko. Okay. Kasi pagka nagdi-delay lang naman, kapag magpipresent ako sa PowerPoint saka sa class yung isang apps, yun ang magpipresent ako. Pero pagka direkta ako sa lightboard ko sa ganito, walang delay. Okay, pagka ang papipresent ko sa PowerPoint is direktang illustrative problem, yung get the illustrative problem, then I go on solutions. Wala sanang problema. So, kaya lang mayroong isang na ginagamit ako na gusto ko i-present pero hindi ko mahihirapan ako sa apps na delay. Okay, thank you. Good day, class. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mamaya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Love you, sir. Love you. Mama, chup chup.
Thank you, sir. Shoutout sa'yo, Balin.
Sir, love you.